Hi, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. I'm not saying who I am, I should. My name is Kelly, and this is by Kelly Made. This is my attempt to document how I am using up all the yarn in my house without buying more to replace it. Not always successful at that last part. However, this week I used 5 skeins. Excuse me, the cold weather is killing my chest. Asked me if any of them were for my niece's blanket. The answer is no, not a single one. Of course not. I started making scrunchies because I needed a take with me project because I finished the other one. I made 4 of this robin's, oh, that shows up really bright, robin's egg blue. Look how chunky that is. That's like super chunky. I also have made, and there's my dog. There's Casper. She wants attention. I'm so sorry. I also made 5 of these. I think I'm going to call it saltwater taffy. Of these, the multicolor ones. Same brand of yarn. Look at the difference. Look at the puppy. Dog wants to say hello. Are you going to get down? Hi. How are you? You're in my way. Come here. Sorry. We're just going to take that moment. Okay, and we're back. Hopefully she'll stay. But what I was trying to say is, look at the difference in size between those two. One of them is super chunky. The other one is just fine. I have to use a 6 hook on these. If I use a 5, it's just too tight and it's immovable. Can't do it. I can use a 5 on this one. I love the weight of this. This is, I mean, people will wear it, but I got 4 out of 2 skeins of yarn. I got 4.5 out of 1 skein of this. I just don't understand. Yes, darling, I do love you. I have been gone most of the day. I'm sorry. I love you. Puppy break. The other thing I made, it was my take with me project this week, was a blanket. I got off early on Friday. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a pedicure. So I worked on it there, and I went to a concert that night, and I worked on it through the whole concert because it was a church concert. So we were sitting down the whole time. And honestly, it kept me awake. Not that it was a bad concert. I'm just exhausted. And I finished it at a basketball game yesterday afternoon when I was watching a 2nd grader play. So it's a small little baby blanket. Hold it back over closer to my head with the dog underneath. You can see how big it is. It's a gray yarn that has, oh my God, you're heavy. It's a gray yarn that has different colors woven throughout. So I love the orange as it shows up. Folding it in quarters so you can see here. So it just has natural striping that goes with it as you go through. So it can be used for anybody. I do still need to put my tag on it, and then I can mark this one as done. So this was 2 of these and 1 of these. And I did not buy any yarn this week. Not for lack of trying. In the interest of full disclosure, I think it's Maggie Makes Crochet. She made one of the Betty McKnit 6-day star blankets out of one of the Christmas anniversary cakes that is at Michael's, and it's beautiful. And I got in my head that I needed to make one. I don't know why. I have to finish my niece's blanket, and I have 2 temperature blankets and 2 kits I need to finish first. That's 5 blankets I have to do that are all in some sort of progress. So why do I need to do another one? I don't know, but I had it in my head. However, they were all sold out. They sold the last one that day. So that's the universe telling me that no, I do not need to do that. I have in my cart quite a bit of the chenille yarn that I use to make scrunchies with. I don't know why. I have over 200 scrunchies up for sale on Etsy. I did get my Etsy shop open. Thank you. Got that open this week, and I'll put the link down below. Right now, all I have are my scrunchies. Now, I'm getting ready to post my crochet flowers and some of my little receiving blankets. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have maybe 5 more colors to go through for the chenille, and then I'm out. I don't have any more. I enjoy making them, but I'm out. And if I don't sell them, what's the point of making them, right? Like, I have so many. Don't know why. I just do. They're easy to make. They're fun to make. They're very portable. Tonight I worked on these at a cookie exchange that I got to too early. That's pretty much it. that's my week. I made a dent. I got another 5 out. Did not buy any new. This puts me over 90 skeins. I'm now at 92 that I have used since starting this project the beginning of October. So I think what I'm going to do is keep counting until the end of the year and then start anew the 1st of January, or that January 3rd week. The question is, am I going to buy yarn at after Christmas sales or not? I just might. You never know. But what I'm going to do, I've got right behind this camera, I have my serger set up. I have been working on a bunch of flannel that I got at Joann's right after Christmas last year, you know, back when Joann still existed. And, excuse me, I have been making Christmas wraps. So I'm making them all two-sided. So this one has deer in the forest on one side, and then it has, you know, red deer in the shape of a Christmas tree on the other. I think the pattern calls for 3 yards, but you have to have 5 yards for most of these to ship. And so I got 2 40-inch square wraps, 1, 2, 3 30-inch squares, and 4 drawstring bags. I think that's what I have for each one. And then I'm making little tiny out of the scraps because nothing cuts the same. And I cut it, you know, willy-nilly, making little tiny scraps that I can have to show what person that particular color scheme goes to. So like, here's the one I have with the deer on it. For Christmas, just do something different. I hate the waste. I love wrapping presents. I'll put a picture of an old Christmas tree right here that I just absolutely adore. I used to do everything in white paper. A friend of mine gave me a giant roll of Tyvek probably close to 20 years ago, and I still have some. It was, I don't know, a good 2 feet around at one point. Now maybe it's about this big. We actually insulated a house with it. Like, we've used it a lot. But at the same time, this is what I like to do with my presents. I like to have the same paper for everybody. And then, because at the time, don't anymore, but we had Christmas at grandma's and Christmas at mom's and Christmas at dad's and Christmas at work and then Christmas with friends. So I would simply make mom's house blue, like red ribbon, dad's house green ribbon, gold ribbon would be grandma's house, silver ribbon would be my friends, blue ribbon would be work, something like that. And I just knew based on the color ribbon where the present went, and then I had a tag on each one. But I love the way it looks under the tree to have that uniformity. And I love my big tree. I didn't put it up this year. I just have a little one. I was too tired to put the big one up, and I'm not going to be around much. It wasn't worth it. Next year, it's going up, and it may go up 1st of November for all I care, but it's going up. So I think that's it. That's what I have for my yarn hoard usage for the week. I hope you guys are making a dent in your own personal yarn stash. I hope everybody is getting ready for Christmas and nobody is too stressed. Have a lovely week, everyone. I am going to weave in a couple ends on some scrunchies. I am going to tag this blanket, and then I'm going to finish serging these wraps, and then I am going to work on my niece's blanket. Maybe not tonight, but I'm going to do it because today is Sunday, the 14th, which means I have 10 days to use about 10 skeins of yarn. So we got to get trucking on that sucker. I feel like I need to take a day off work just to do that, but we'll see what happens. Have a lovely week, everybody. I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in for my update. I will link my Etsy shop below. If I can find it, I will link the star blanket video that I saw below. It was just a beautiful blanket. You might like to see it. Who knows? What else can I link below? Have a lovely week. That should be about it. I'll talk to you next Sunday. Bye.